Welcome to Pioneer News. I'm Will Reed.
And I'm Blade Frost. Tennessee is facing another round of the bird flu. The state vet put out an alert for domesticated bird owners who also engage in bird hunting. Highly pathogenic avian influenza is endangering backyard and commercial flocks, but owners can drastically reduce risk by avoiding contact between wild and domesticated birds.
You gotta look out for those birds. There's a need for blood in Middle Tennessee now that we're in the holiday season. Harrison shows us how Vol State has been helping out.
Today we are going to be interviewing someone who donated their blood here for the Red Cross Foundation in this room right here. We held an event today that lasted from 8:30 to 1:30 p.m.
Especially with COVID and everything, there's a lot of people in hospitals that really need the blood this time of year.
One unit can save up to 3 different people's lives.
Mr. Van Gilder, how do you feel with donating blood today?
I feel great. I think it's important. People should do it more because it just takes a little bit of time, but you can help out a lot.
Is this your first time donating blood?
Yes, it is.
Would you donate blood in the future?
Want to keep the pounds off during the holidays? Well, Kenny G talked to a local fitness expert who might put you on the right track.
Today, we are talking with life, finance, and fitness coach, Sean Shert. So Sean, we understand health is important to our bodies.
Absolutely.
But for students specifically that's dealing with a lot, how can proper health help them as students?
No, absolutely. I mean, having proper health and working out, there's a thing called neuroplasticity, and that is your brain's ability to handle stress and adapt to change. And so anytime you're doing anything like cardio, weight training, things like that, it's going to really help with your ability to handle those things. It's going to help with mental clarity, mood, focus, and just overall performance in life.
Looking at your website, you have a quote on there, and I'm going to quote you. It says, "Let me show you how to lose 12 to 24 pounds in 90 days.
That's right.
Eating whatever you want and training less than 3 to 4 hours per week." How's that possible?
I know it sounds like magic, right? Yeah.
Because I'm looking at that.
Yeah. So to be able to do this, you have to really understand what to focus on.
Okay.
When it comes to fat loss is 80% nutrition, 20% training. There's actually a thing called Pareto's principle, and it's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of your actions. So in order to be able to lose this kind of weight in that amount of time, you have to really focus on things that matter most. So we have nutrition, which is understanding caloric intake needs, and then you have your training.
Okay.
And training's going to be making sure, if you're going to be in a short amount of time, sticking to very good compound lifts. Those would be things like, let's say, reverse lunges. So that's going to be a thing where you can use like a barbell or squat rack, and instead of just lunging straight down, you're actually going to step backwards, and you're going to kind of almost hit the knee on one of the ground, and then you're going to come back up. Yeah, so it's a really fantastic exercise. Things like that would be great for lower body. Squats are really good. Even things like your standard bench press and stuff like that. Basically lifts that are going to work multiple muscles at one time.
Okay, all right. And speaking of that whole eating and nutrition, would calories be important?
Honestly, calories are the biggest thing that will determine. Even if you don't get much training in, if you get your calories right, you'll get tremendous progress when it comes to fat loss. So it's really understanding your basic, what's called your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. You want to be eating less than that. There's about 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. So if you want to be eating about 500 calories less than your maintenance, and that will help you lose about a pound a week.
Oh, wow. So I'm going to have to do some math.
Yeah. There's a few numbers involved, but it's pretty simple. Yeah.
All right. So we do appreciate you coming out and talking with us today. It's a lot of important and valuable information. And I'm Kenneth Garner with Pioneer News.
Gallatin's Palace Theater is getting a tech update. The 1913 theater received a $50,000 federal grant for preservation and updating. Historic downtown Gallatin is providing the Palace with an additional $5,000 grant. The funds will be used for an LED-controlled lighting system and for insulating curtains to save energy and block sound. The lighting system will be installed in the spring.
Isn't that something? Need some help with tech when it comes to studying? Archer points us to the Learning Common.
I'm Archer, and I'm here at the Learning Commons, and these people can save your semester. How do you help students?
In Learning Commons, there are a lot of different ways that students can get help. Personally, I help mostly with math tutoring. I help facilitate testing, and I help students prepare for college level math classes. So those are the 3 main things that I do in here. In Learning Commons, there's also reading and writing tutoring.
And what tools do you use?
One of the things we use a lot is just pen and paper. Helping a student, we're right next to them, writing out a problem so that they can actually see it. If we're tutoring a student online, we might use like a digital whiteboard. Obviously, we use computers if we're tutoring online. Most of our testing is also done online. We use iPads. A lot of times we'll use cell phones. Students have to use their cell phone when they're taking a test, so that we'll have 2 devices in the room. There are a lot of different kinds of tools we use.
What kind of students do you help?
Personally, I help students who are enrolled in mostly learning support classes. That's like high school algebra basically, or up through like college algebra, statistics, pre-calculus. There are other people who can help with some of the higher level math, but I'm not exactly very good at that. So I kind of stick to the lower level math, and that's where I really help. I mean, some of those students that come in struggle a lot, but by the time that we have a tutoring session, sometimes it takes 2 or 3. They're usually doing pretty well with their math classes.
I'm Archer at the Learning Commons for Pioneer News.
We have a full schedule lined up with basketball and football this holiday season, with some gifts and some coal. Here's a look at sports.
The Titans' Derrick Henry reached 2 rushing milestones versus Green Bay with his 10th touchdown for the season. He's one of only 4 Titans to hit that mark, and he passed the 1,000 yards for the season mark. Tennessee lost Heisman candidate Hendon Hooker for the season after he tore his ACL in Saturday's 63-38 loss to South Carolina. With Hooker sidelined, Tennessee will turn to Joe Milton at quarterback Saturday against Vanderbilt. Vol State notched its first win for the season over the weekend with a 75-60 victory over Cleveland State at the Pickle. They take on Southeastern Illinois College at home tonight. Game time is 7:30. I'm Jade Wren, and that's a look at Pioneer Sports.
It's been kind of a roller coaster with Mother Nature as we close in on the winter. Here's a look at our forecast.
We are looking at clouds tonight through the morning in the low 42, expecting some showers to go along with it, especially in suburban Nashville and Gallatin. Tomorrow through the weekend, it will continue to rain, but at least it's not snow. High tomorrow is up to 55, dropping to 44, and flirting in the 30s overnight through Sunday. So far, it looks like snow will not be impacting holiday traffic next week, but make sure you check your tire pressure because the cold will certainly be impacting that. I'm Trisha with your Pioneer Forecast.
That wraps up this edition of Pioneer News. I'm Will Reed.
And I'm Blade Frost. Thanks for watching.